I did some spring cleaning last week and donated a bunch of clothes I really didn't need. And you know, like a new season's coming up, summer's around the corner, and I'm trying to get like new cute dresses to wear. And you're our fashion guru, Aditya, so
well,
tell us what are the hottest trends.
Well, I went to DC Fashion Week a few weeks ago, and I can tell you from that this summer's trends for spring and summer are going to be loud and very colorful. So let's take a look at some colors we're going to be looking at this season. First of all, yellow. Let's look at yellow dresses for a second. Yellow dress is very big and pearlescent. They're going to be big and flouncy. Another popular color is khaki. We're seeing this in trench coats, dresses, shirts, and of course khaki pants. And now let's look at white. White dresses are also very big this season. We're talking about white flowy dresses you can see here. This was seen in almost every designer's line. And I mean, white wasn't just seen in dresses, but in particular, it was seen in a lot of flouncy dresses. And now onto my favorite color, hot pink. Let's look at hot pink fuchsia. This scene was everywhere. It was seen in Celine, Valentino, Topshop, and Balenciaga. And now let's move on to some athletic trends. Athletic-inspired clothing is another trend we're going to look at, very big this season. This was seen in Alexander Wang and Versace, and this is kind of making a new, sleeker and a more in style look of this of track pants and hoodies. So slogan tees also very big this season. Remember back in the day in middle school, everyone was wearing t-shirts. Well, these are coming back, but they're looking at a more high fashion debut. Here we have We Should All Be Feminists, which was on Dior's line this year. It was kind of taking a more political, feminist approach to the tops, but some people are using it just fun fashion chops, saying just the names brand or just something fun like love or just don't want to be basic. And other trends are going along, such as this one, girls want to have fundamental rights. This one was definitely a very political statement. And now let's move on to bell tops, another very big trend this season, as you can see here. And this trend has been picked up by several people, including First Lady Melania Trump, as you can see in the graphic coming up. And Melania wore this dress at the Republican National Convention. And just as a side note, she wore this dress and it was very well reviewed. And a few days after she wore it, it's already sold out everywhere.
So how much was the dress?
Well, it was a bit pricey. It was $2,100. However, you can find it at some retailers for about $1,500. So there's a little price saving there. It's still a little pricey
to me.
It's still incredibly pricey, very pricey. However, you can find these at other places. You don't have to shop at Celine or Nordstrom or Neiman Marcus or where she got her dress, Raspica. You don't have to shop there at all. So a lot of stores such as TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Topshop, even Target, really. You can get most of these trends there, and you'll be looking on point and still be in budget for sure.
Well, that's good to hear. Dance is one of the rising trends this year, especially belly dancing. In DC, many Washingtonians are signing up for classes to learn the cultures and its Oriental background. Zain Al-Maha-Owais has more on this.
Joining us here today is professional belly dancer Julie Thared, an AU student, but also known as Asala Rux on the dance floor. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Why don't you start by telling us your journey becoming a ballet dancer?
Well, dance wasn't something that I grew up with. I actually grew up playing sports and played music, but when I was in undergrad at Alfred University, I started 11 years ago, I discovered belly dance classes and got into that. And so took classes throughout my university experience, and then when I moved to DC 11 years ago, I kept practicing and took lessons locally here, and some instructors guided me into performing professionally. So I perform all over the area at restaurants and festivals and such.
And you know, it's a rising trend. How has this become so popular here in DC?
Honestly, it's not so much of a new trend. We have a very vibrant belly dance community here in DC. So for me, it's not a new trend, but certainly dance is just a fun activity for anybody looking to get exercise or have a creative outlet.
So could you show us some of your favorite dance moves, and I can join you while we have some dance music in the background?
Absolutely. All right, so first I'll start you with a hip drop. So one arm up, one arm down, and then we just twist our hip up and down. All right, very good. And then we try shoulder shimmies. So we start with just back and forth with your shoulders. And you go forward and backward, forward, and backward. And then we have hip clicks, so we just go side to side with our hips, bending our knees. She's a natural, you guys. And then you've got shimmies, which is the same thing with the hip clicks, but you just go a little bit faster so that everything moves. Yeah, very good. All right, and we can go back to the hip drops. Yeah. And shoulder shimmies.
So would you say that it is hard to learn these steps, or does it come naturally to you?
For me, it took practice because I didn't grow up doing it. So it depends on maybe your background. If you grow up dancing, certainly it's faster to learn the steps. So we have obviously like a lot of isolations in belly dance, like I was showing you. But there's also like steps that you can do as well. So
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Back to you guys in the studio.
thanks.
That looks like so much fun, Z. If you want to find out where you can get late night desserts, we can learn more about a DC bakery that is catering to customers till early hours of the morning after the break.